Hey guys, this is the first time I've ever sat in front of a microphone and a camera by myself and plan on talking about a topic. And if this absolutely sucks, it's going to be the absolute last time I do it as well. But today, my little episode that I'm going to do, hopefully it won't be too long, but I do tend to ramble, is going to be on our community and our culture. Something that is a massive part of our identity at the Mono Gym and has been over the last 3 iterations of the gym as well. So Bodhi, CrossFit Athletic, Monoval, and now the Mono Gym. It's a huge part of what we do, and something that I feel really privileged to be a part of is the community and the culture that we've built within the 4 walls of the gym. So what prompted this was actually gave a new member a call this week. He had trained a couple, I'm not going to mention any names, but you might be able to figure out who it is. He had trained a couple times and I hadn't met him yet. He's did a couple classes with the other coaches. And I gave him a call just to introduce myself because I hadn't had a chance to meet him yet and see how he was enjoying it. And he was really enjoying it. He said he pulled up really sore, which I think a lot of people pulled up really sore after those lunge workout that we did this week. But we found ourselves talking on the phone a lot about how not surprised, but how happy he was with how inviting everyone was and how helpful not only the coach was, which is expected, but how helpful everyone else in the class was. And it just made me think, and I do this quite often, think about before you're a part of the community and you had your group of friends that you come in and you see and you know everyone's personality traits and you know that that's the joker in the class and that's the serious person and don't take that person's bike because they'll give you an evil look, and you don't know the little ins and outs of how the gym work. And just how daunting it can be to walk into somewhere where we are such a close-knit community. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Over the years, it's the culture and the community is built not only in size, but also in strength as well. So over the years, I've been invited to people's weddings, to their bucks parties, to their kids' first birthdays, 18th, 21st, 30th, 40th, 50th, Dobson's 60th, I think it was 60, yeah. But even just weekend dinners with big groups, and it's just built the stronger and stronger and stronger over the years. And when you go to these events, a few times I've gone, oh, geez, I'm going to this wedding, I'm not going to know anyone, or I'm going to this 30th party, I'm not going to know anyone there. And you get there and a large percentage of the gym is there, and you go, oh, I know so-and-so and so-and-so, and then you can find comfort in that group of people that you already know. So what I want you guys to do now is think back to your first ever session at whatever iteration of it the gym was at the time. So whether it was Bodhi, whether it was CrossFit Athletic Monoval, and or if it's the Mono Gym and you've only just recently joined us. But some of the things that I think about is like the night before you decided to come in. So like, did you think about not coming? You know what I mean? Calling and telling us that you're going to be there at 4:30 and then just not show up because it's too daunting to walk into a new gym. Maybe what your expectations were of it. Like, is it just going to be a bunch of crazy people screaming and throwing bars and just going nuts? Sometimes that's exactly what it looks like when they walk in and they see you guys training. They think, God, I'll never be able to do that. Seeing a kipping pull-up or a snatch, God, I'll never be able to do that. And then sure enough, 6 months, 12 months later, all of a sudden that's you doing it with a new person walking in, looking at you through those same eyes. I want you to think back to the first time you stood around the whiteboard and the workout got read out and you didn't understand a single word. It's like they're speaking a different language. And then I say, go out for a run or a row, and you don't know where to run. And you're just following blindly through this session. Or think about the first person that came up and introduced themselves to you. Because I think a lot of you will remember who that person is, because that's really important when you're a new member here, is that first person that comes up to you and says, hey, I'm so-and-so. And you go, right, okay, they're inviting, they're friendly. It's not just a little clique that I can't get a part of. But what I want you to do is take the time and write me a little story in the comments about one of those. Either the first person that introduced themselves, the first time was around the whiteboard, your first session, how you felt. And I don't mean physically. We all struggled in our first session. That is a part of the beginning, your fitness journey. we know that you probably got sore and you're out of breath. I want to know the other stuff inside your head, what was going on, because I think the more we talk about it and we bring it to front of mind, when we do have new people walk through the door, you're going to be more inclined to make them feel comfortable. And that's something that we really pride ourselves on, and I want it to get stronger and stronger. This week, I've actually been watching, we've had a few new people in, and I've actually been watching someone walk in and sit on the floor, and they started rolling out, and 10 minutes went past before anyone even sort of acknowledged them. And look, I don't expect you to go up and go out of your way to introduce yourself to a random person, but maybe if you think back to if they did that for you when it was your first session, how grateful you would be, then you might be a little bit more inclined to walk over and say, "Hi, my name's Sean. Where have you come from?" So yeah, if you can, take 2 minutes, write a funny story, maybe not even funny, write a story below and tell me about the first person you met, the first time you were around the whiteboard, the first workout that you did that you thought a kettlebell swing was a pull-up or whatever this silly thing was. And keep in mind when you're writing this, next time you see someone in the gym that is new or isn't familiar to you, think back to how you felt and then go and make them feel comfortable. Make them feel a part of this. Because remember, at one point in time, you weren't a part of this community and culture. And now we've got this, and it's really special to a lot of us. And we want to share that with people and make sure that they feel invited into it. We already do this really, really well, but I want to take this to the next level. And I think you guys thinking about how you felt might help you bring the next people through and into our community and culture. So just a quick little video, and yeah, thanks heaps. Stronger and stronger community. That's what we're after. Thanks, guys.